Hello and welcome back. I am carrying on with What Remains of Edith Finch, which was our randomly generated game from my list. This is really interesting. This is a recommendation from a friend, and you're sort of following her family tree through, and it seems to be a family destined for disaster, really, because they've all died. I mean, you can see here you've got all the like birth and death dates that they don't seem to be lasting long. Edith is the character we're playing as, and we've already gone through Molly's story and Calvin's story, and we're getting like a general idea of who everyone is. Um, there's just a lot going on. Because both of her brothers are dead. We keep on getting snippets about Edie, who I think is either her grandmother or her great grandmother. I can't remember. But yeah, really interesting because we're following all through the house and finding out all the different stories from all the different people, which I love that kind of the way that they're telling the story and how they're using that as a platform. So let's carry on. I'll stop yapping on now. So just finished doing Calvin's story, so we were in Calvin's room. So let's see if there's anything else in here.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, so they shared
Mom
a
said
room.
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Okay. Is there anything else I can interact with in here? What's this? As if you'd know to do that. Like, it tells me. God, this house. It's all, like, secret passages and stuff. It's really weird. Like, it's amazing. I would love a house with all these kind of little secret passages and stuff.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Can I go further this way? Or should I?
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Should I go back in? Or should I carry on? I feel like I should do it linear. So let me go back in. Let me go back through here. Oh, this just takes me back out.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
See, I was expecting them to be a very reclusive, quiet family, so the fact that they've got a child star in the family actually kind of shocks me. I wasn't expecting that. Can I get back in? Yeah.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
It looks so lived in, this house. It's so strange because obviously they've saying that it's been uninhabited for ages. That you'd think there'd be more dust or like mess or I don't know, spiders or something. I don't know.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by
Sounds like
America's
Gollum.
most unfortunate family. I'm calling it
Oh, so they're quite
the
like
surprise
well
ending
known.
of Barbara Finch.
Like people
As
know
a
who she
child
is.
star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Oh.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
This is such an unfortunate family.
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Ah.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, I'll do that in a bit.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him.
Do I really want to go
on
into the
cue.
basement? I mean, this hasn't been a spooky game, but there is elements of spook.
She reached for the music box.
Wait, do I have to do it? Yeah.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
This is so weird. I didn't realise that I was having to be the one to interact with this because it's still in like comic book mode. Oh, this is like old
She
school
found
horror music.
Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh god, there's blood and everything as well.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh, right. Oh dear.
Oh!
Oh, her boyfriend. Oh.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Kept his crutch.
Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Oh gosh. Got the spooky music again. Is it Halloween? Oh yeah, I assume it's Halloween. I love this kind of like Art Deco kind of art style. Where's Walter's room again? Is this Walter's room? I can't remember which one's Walter's room. Ah.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless.
Oh, she couldn't
He
even
was
scream.
quite smashing.
might be another way out of here.
Oh, probably. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I've already been in this room.
She played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Where's Walter? And he's gone!
Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
I mean, you wouldn't open the door, would you? And I know I'm about to do it, but...
She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh, he's still there. Oh, there's multiple.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear, it's right. I mean, your crutch is only going to help you so much. Oh.
The monsters had come to surprise her.
What?
Barbara, it was a dream come true.
But she, like, basically
She
killed a
saw
guy.
what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent.
But, I mean, obviously this isn't what actually
She
happened.
had a taste for stardom.
Because obviously this is a comic
But
book.
unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night.
Okay.
And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole
Right.
time.
I mean, at least he's
They took
okay,
it all
but...
pretty hard.
Yeah.
But that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Oh. Right, so I'm guessing that there's some elements of truth in here, that she died. I'm guessing the ear really was found in the music box, and I'm guessing that...
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt she got eaten by her fans, but I imagine that there's probably something happened that was pretty grim. Probably people just broke in and... I mean, this would be absolutely rotted by now. Oh. Okay, guess we're going back in.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
I don't understand why they wouldn't tell her this, though. Right, so am I going for the music box now? I assume so. Because there's no more little secret passages, so... God, it still kind of like creeps me out a bit, because I just still feel like something's gonna come out and get me. Like I said, this hasn't been a spooky game, but I feel like something's gonna happen, because there's an awful lot of murder and stuff going on. It's not coming out. Come on. Hello, keep going. Come on. There we go. God, that took ages. In the comic, it took like 2 seconds. I mean, at least it's all fairly well lit, so I don't think it's going to be like a spooky horror type thing, because everything's, you know, nice and light. Right, so
Mom
this is
said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Okay, so this was Sven's workshop. Sven, I think, is her grandfather? I think? It's kind of hard to keep track because the family tree itself doesn't help that much.
I saw
that's
Edie
huge.
sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's enormous. Oh no.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It
Another
turned out
secret
she was
passage.
hiding a lot more than that.
Oh gosh, okay. This is starting to get a bit
I remember
creepy.
asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, so he might not actually be dead. But I'm pretty sure he is.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
No, it's like a bunker. It's got
I
all
think
food
it's
and
that
stuff.
none of us has gotten very far.
Well, yeah, I kind of gathered that. But yeah, this is like a bomb shelter. Oh, and this is Walter's.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Oh, what? He just lived underneath the house the whole time?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
I mean, he's lasted longer than most of them.
That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you
right,
wait
this
long
is
enough, you get used to anything.
definitely, yeah, one hell of a routine. Okay, so 1976, January 1976. I've got to do it again. He's just eating a can of peaches every day.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
I don't feel like that's a particularly healthy diet, but
And then one day,
I mean, I liked his
everything
peaches,
just
but
stopped.
so why didn't he leave?
Whatever that thing was,
Or in March
it was
2005. Oh my god.
maybe it got tired.
It's been here for so
waiting.
long.
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
And he'd never get any vitamin C or not vitamin C, vitamin D. They'd never see the sun.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
He's got no peaches left.
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've been down here for a very, very long time. How am I? Wait, I have to go this way. Oh, here we go. God, it still goes down even further. I thought we were in the basement. Well, we were underneath the basement. How far down does this house go? This is like proper underground now, isn't it? But I bet as soon
I
as he
know
leaves,
it's out
he's gonna
there
die.
somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
Oh, is he saying that it's
and
like
Calvin.
one monster that's like hunting down the family? Is that what?
Maybe this is all a mistake.
Is that what's going on?
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me, whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
This is just getting more and more tragic, honestly.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah. Having someone else living in the house without you knowing the whole time. And he lasted a decent amount of time as well. So is he down here, like, from the whole time? Like, after Barbara died? Like 50 years?
I'm sure my mom was
30
trying to
years, he
protect
said,
me.
didn't he? Come on, open it up. There we go. And there's books everywhere as well. Like every wall is made of books.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
But did they try and go down and, like, visit him or say anything to him?
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
This is very dark.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself
Is it we including Milton as maybe 2?
and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Shouldn't we get off the tracks,
Maybe we
considering what
believed
just
so
happened?
much in a family curse. We made it real. I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Yeah, there's just like random stuff, like a chair in the tree.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Well, I'm hoping you'll stay alive a little bit longer.
But I thought you should know about your family.
Who is she writing this for?
And the history you're a part of.
Is she pregnant?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Or is she talking to Milton? Or is she talking to me as the...
I think the people in these stories believed them. For what that's worth.
Gosh, she walks so slow. Is she just talking to the reader in general, or is she writing this for
And when I
someone
look at the house,
specific?
had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
Is this the way I'm supposed to be going?
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, that's pretty... Can I take that now? That is pretty messed up.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils are mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh, God. There's a lot of... How many pets have they gone through? I mean, jeez.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Edie, Sven, Calvin, Molly, Walter, Barbara. Who's
I'm
up
sure
here?
Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
So I'm guessing Odin was Edie's dad. Because I know Odin's like the original.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Very blurry.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, I see. That's the old house, but then the water took it. I see. Is there a way? Am I gonna have to try and go out there? Surely not. So did Odin go down with the original house? I think that's what this monument is telling me. And then put his kids in the boat.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh, this is a different way.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Who's Sanjay?
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Well, yeah. But they don't know when he died either, but only when he disappeared, I suppose.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now.
But
Part
then
of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
You'd think if there was a family as doomed as this one that you would potentially want to run away from it. So maybe Milton is alive and he just wanted to get away, but I don't know what age he was when he ran away.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I knew it! There we go. Yeah, this is slightly dangerous for someone who's pregnant. She's only 17 though, isn't she? Mate, if you're gonna go, like, you wouldn't want to take risks if you're part of a family that just constantly dies, would you? Right. I'm not going up there, apparently. Are you going in here? Where am I going? Up here? Yeah, I am going up here. She's
I
only
never met
17 though,
Sam,
isn't
but
she?
I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
I mean, I know that is of legal age to get pregnant, but still.
They were both pretty intense.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Open it up. Open it up. There we go.
Dawn, I promise. You'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
I don't know if I'm meant to be taking pictures of this or if I'm meant to be taking pictures of something else. I don't know.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still on.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
To tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be taking a picture of. It's not always clear. Oh, there we go.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oof. Oh yeah.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, I'm... Come on.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Oh god. I mean, that one kind of serves you right. Shouldn't be shooting deer. But, yeah. And it's as if you actually capture the moment of your death on camera, though. That's crazy.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
It's her mum that's Dawn, isn't it? So we've done most of it. I feel like there's more... I don't know if I'm missing any. Oh, come on. There we go.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Let's have a look what else is in this room before I go off through there. K. Who's K? The actual family tree is kind of a little bit difficult to figure out. I'm not sure who's like children of who or married to who or what. It's not crystal clear. I don't know much about family trees either. I've never really done one, so I don't really know how they work. I get the gist of it, but it's not 100% clear.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh, so Edie's probably Sam's mum. Right, I'm going to leave this episode here before we start on Gregory and Gus's stories. Because we've been going for a while. You lose time very quickly in this game because you get engrossed, very much so. So I hope you are enjoying this as much as I am, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!